Most people in the West are covering the Ukraine and Russia war, but I haven't really talked about this conflict on my channel. I have my own biases in this conflict, but my biases aren't the reason why I have stayed away from this issue. The main reason why I have stayed away from this issue is because I do not know the accuracy of the information being put out there to the public. Sometimes I think most of the people covering this conflict are getting paid by the side they support. In other words, I think most of the public information on this conflict is likely propaganda. You can listen to a source that sides with Ukraine, and that source will likely say something that the Russian side will deny. I am not a journalist or on the ground in Ukraine or Russia. It is impossible for most people to verify the information that is being put out there, and this includes me. I also don't know that many Ukrainians or white Russians. I know some, but it's not enough to get a big picture of what's really happening on the ground. I was able to predict Milei getting elected in Argentina and Erdogan getting re-elected because I was able to talk to a lot of people. I just don't want to be out here giving misinformation to the public. You got Preston Stewart and Speak the Truth covering the Ukraine side of things, and the Duran covering the Russian side of things. I do not think either side is covering this war honestly. I am 100% certain that the Duran would cheer on Russia if Russia decided to use a nuke somewhere. This is just how biased the reporting has been on this war. My views on this conflict are all over the place. I would like to say that I have been indifferent from the start, but that is not truthful. I wrote 3 academic papers on Ukraine before the war broke out, so I have been following the Ukraine situation for over a decade. I have been following Ukraine for so long that I remember what the internet looked like before the Democrats decided to wipe Ukraine from Google search results. Google search results before this war broke out were completely different. I tend to agree with John Mearsheimer on the causes of this war, however, I am ethnically German. A civil war breaking out between 2 Slavic states is entertaining, but I do not have any skin in the game. This is what I would normally say, but this conflict has thrown me a curveball. Most of the Christians I am friends with have a philosophy of supporting other Christians, no matter where they are. I have decided to adopt this philosophy, so I support pagans on a global scale. This has put me in an interesting situation. There are pagans fighting on the front lines for both Ukraine and Russia right now. Russia also supports India. This situation has made me come to one conclusion. I do not like Putin. I dislike the leadership in Moscow. I strongly dislike the Russian Orthodox Church. I am a strong supporter of free speech, and the Russian Orthodox Church only knows how to censor people. I hate the fact that Russia could steamroll through Europe whenever it wants. I hate that the Russian Orthodox Church went on a mass deleting spree of Gnostic Christians, because I like Gnostic Christianity. But I support Russia's support of India. If I had to take a hardline stance on this war, then it would be in support of Ukraine. But I still appreciate Moscow's support of India and will continue to support the pagans that are fighting on both sides of this conflict, most of whom do not have a choice in the matter, and this really annoys me. Thanks for listening. Have a fantastic day or night.